Now on Talking Solutions, want to welcome back into the studio a favorite of ours, our friend Patti Gerace, Marketing Director for Walker Furniture, because, Patti, it's time to talk about home for the holidays.
Yes, it is, and thank you again for having me.
We're just happy to have you in. What year is it, Patti?
24.
Wow. It happened right as I was moving to Las Vegas in the early 90s.
1994.
I think a lot of people have never known a holiday season here in Southern Nevada without Walker Furniture and Home for the Holidays.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? When we started in 1994, we did 12 families. This year, on our 24th year, we're doing 35 households, housefuls of furniture for families in need in our community.
And we talk about that being a life-changing situation.
It really is. It's amazing when we go into these homes and they are sleeping on a mattress on the floor or blankets on a floor. They don't even have beds for their children. And it really does make you think we are changing their lives. We're giving them hope for the future. We're giving them a place to call home.
Patti, I want to make sure that we point out how special Home for the Holidays is because, as I mentioned, a lot of people here in Southern Nevada, been going on now for 24 years, they don't know a holiday season where there isn't Walker Furniture and Home for the Holidays and all these families receiving housefuls of new furniture. But this doesn't happen in every city.
No, it doesn't. I don't really know of any other place that does what we do for Walker Furniture. I had a call once. It was someone out of Washington, and they heard about our program, and they said, we want some information. How do you do it? What do you do? How do you qualify families? And, I went through everything and told them what we did. She said, how many households are you doing? And at the time, I think it was around 28. And she said, 28?
At the other end of the phone, she's silent.
She said, we're going to do one. And I said, well, one is great. You're going to help somebody in your community. You're going to change their lives and everything. She goes, how do you do 28? And I said, it's amazing to think about it. It's amazing to think that we've changed 28 families. Now we're going to change 35 families' lives. She said, wow, I hope that we can make at least our one family feel wonderful and hopeful for the future. And I said, you will. And she said, well, maybe we can expand it every year like you guys did and make it even bigger in our community. I said, you'll be amazed at how many people will help you come in and want to be part of your program. And she was so thankful that we shared that with her. But I don't know of any other city anywhere in the country that does what we do.
I always say Las Vegas is a special place.
It really is a special place.
We are blessed.
We are blessed with 1 October and everything that has happened. The community has given so much, but no matter when, even through the recession, we said we would never stop. We would never not do Home for the Holidays because it's a tradition that Walker will always, always continue.
People would have been sad, especially during the recession, back in those years, 2008, around that time.
Yeah.
They would have understood everybody's business was suffering. Las Vegas had been impacted also as far as our tourism and all of the supporting services so much.
Right.
But that didn't happen.
No, we toughed it through. We made a lot of changes in our business, but one of the things we never changed was Home for the Holidays. We continued and will continue no matter what.
Patti Gerace is with us from Walker Furniture. We're talking about Home for the Holidays. This year, changing the lives of 35 families. Now, I'm just kind of adding things up in my mind, knowing that you started 24 years ago with 12 families. It steadily increased. I mean, we're into a total of hundreds of families whose lives have been changed.
Absolutely, hundreds and hundreds. The community is so wonderful. Beasley, you have joined our forces and helped by having your listeners submit letters. That added so much more, and we've done, I think, 5 or 6 families in the last several years since you've joined us that have been your families that your listeners have written in about. So keep that going. The more letters we get and the more people we can help, the better it is for our community.
You end up with thousands of letters,
we do.
I would imagine. And you're sitting here, one individual, handling all this stuff for Walker Furniture, but other charities and businesses like Beasley, we are more than proud to be involved with this. You want to talk about a feel-good event.
It is.
That would be Home for the Holidays. I was just seeing your commercial on TV this morning, and I saw the logo for Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. Certainly we know them. And the Las Vegas Rescue Mission.
Yeah.
There's other companies also who are
Nursery has joined us a couple of years ago, and they provide trees for every family. And they raised money by doing a donation drop at their locations. And each one of our recipients received a gift card from them for $400.
Wow.
I know. It is amazing that people who came in to buy a tree or buy poinsettia or whatever dropped $1 or $2 or $5, and they were able to give these families a gift certificate so they could go out and buy something for their family. We had one grandma. She was hysterical. She couldn't believe this. She thought this was the best thing that ever happened to her in her life. What the furniture, the tree, the toys from Las Vegas Rescue Mission, food. They offer services too after the fact, long after. They help people if they can't pay their rent or if they need help with their utilities. So they're a resource too that helps. But the toys and the joy that all of this brings to everybody is just amazing.
I love that you're talking about the Christmas trees and such from Star Nursery.
Yes.
Because a house full of furniture is not enough. We need to add a bunch more stuff and make it all that much better. Actually, it just makes it more wonderful than it already is.
You know, the really cool thing about Star Nursery is that they had these 2 young boys doing deliveries. They were, I'm saying, maybe 18 or 20 years old. They brought the trees in, and we had this little boy, he must have been about 3, and he said, "A Christmas tree. We've never had a Christmas tree." And his grandma said to him, "Well, you made some little ornaments." He took toilet paper rolls and decorated them and put them on the tree. We got to the next delivery, and those boys had gone to Walmart and bought ornaments and garland and stuff for the trees, and they brought them to the next deliveries. They said, "Oh no, it wasn't enough just to give them a tree, but they needed to have ornaments and everything." I was amazed how it touched them, and it touches everybody that gets involved. It touches them, and people want then to do more and help and be there. And I know that not only what we do at Walker for the furniture, but everyone else involved, they go out and, believe me, they do something for Christmas or for the holidays for somebody, and they don't get the recognition for it, but you know what? It's your heart.
That's right. It is exponential. What happens, Patti, as far as the Home for the Holidays, filling the homes of 35 very deserving families with the furniture, and now it's adding in the tree, the toys, the food, all kinds of wonderful things, other services.
Correct.
Because it feels so good.
It is.
To be part of this effort.
Helping Hands has been wonderful. They've been a partner that joined us about 6 years ago, I think. They read and verify all the letters, too. And we've had seniors get furniture and things of that nature that come from the other resources in the community. They write a letter, a doctor's office, a teacher. We've had attorneys write a letter about a family. They're working with the police department, Metro, everybody. They see it every day. People see this every single day. And then it comes to this time of year and they go, you know, I want to write a letter about their family. I want to help that family. Not just medically help them, but help them emotionally and give them some hope for the future. It's wonderful what this community does.
Absolutely. You'd have more instances where you'd have like that grandmother that you referred to saying, "This is the most wonderful thing I think that's ever happened."
Exactly.
You know, I just had an incident a couple days ago where one of my coworkers, she was like, "I don't think I can think of any families that I can nominate this year." And I looked at her and I said, "That would mean you're blessed, because unfortunately there's a lot of families out there who really, really need this help. And if you are so fortunate that you don't know anyone in your circle who would really need the services that are provided and all the wonderful things that have to do with Home for the Holidays, you should be really happy about that."
Yes, we all have so much, and we all need to think about the people that don't and be thankful for what you have, and remember that you might run across somebody out there and you might say, wow, that's a family that could use some help. They can use a hand. And please, if you do know that family, write a letter. The deadline is coming up. We only have a couple weeks left. The deadline is December 3rd for final letters to be in. So please think about it. Think about writing a letter for someone that you might know that could use the help. And we'd be happy to supply them with a house full of furniture and so much more.
Well, I cannot even imagine how incredible the feeling must be for that person who wrote the letter.
Correct.
To see it turn into all the wonderful things that are connected with being one of the families that are blessed.
Yeah. We've had people say, "Can I come? I want to just be there. I want to see what this means to them." We get a lot of tears. Trust me, we get a lot of families, cheers. Little kids will say, "I never had this. I never had a bed. I never had a tree. I never had a gift under my tree." And we've left some places with the stories that we've seen over the years that we leave crying. crying, going back to work and crying and saying, we are blessed.
It's a happy cry.
It's a happy cry.
We girls know what happy cries are all about.
Yes, we do.
Guys don't understand it quite as much, but we can make them feel that way by getting them involved with Home for the Holidays.
Yes.
There is not a lot of time remaining to get those letters in.
Correct.
December 3rd is the date because you guys have to have time to, A, go through the letters.
Correct.
Whittle them down. You do a lot of vetting.
Yes, we do.
You make sure that the needs expressed are actually true.
Absolutely. The worst thing in the world that could happen is that somebody writes a letter, they really don't need any of this, and they happen to be chosen. The sad part is the person who really, really did need it didn't get it because somebody made up a story and pretended. And trust me, it has happened over our 24 years. It has happened. And the sad part about it is it breaks your heart to think that that person would do that when there is somebody out there truly, truly in need. You know, we hope and we say that we do the best job we can to vet these letters and to make sure that the family truly is in need. And I can say over the last 10 years, I think we've pretty much made sure that doesn't happen anymore.
Patti Gerace is with us from Walker Furniture. The reason why we have Home for the Holidays for a 24th year, it has accumulated hundreds of families whose lives have truly been changed by this. And our part of this whole project, which is massive, is asking you, do you have someone that you know of, a family who could really use this in their lives? Whole house full of furniture. The Christmas tree with our friends from Star Nursery, presents, toys, there's food. I mean, wow.
It's so great to work for a company like Walker and have Larry and the family be behind this kind of a project. It takes a lot of work, but it also means a lot to all of us at the company who get involved with it. Our delivery guys who deliver all the furniture, they come with their Santa hats and they come with joy to be able to be part of it. It's a wonderful thing, and I'm happy to have Larry as a role model, someone that made this choice 24 years ago and has continued this journey for this long to make families happy in this community. We need to give back, and giving back is what Walker does. With our Help for Heroes program, we furnish veterans with specialized furniture. Throughout the year, people request things, and we do throughout the year so much in the community. We work with the Clark County School District, and it's just a real amazing company to work for, a company that is giving back.
That is another thing, Patti, that people don't know. They think Walker Furniture gives so much during Home for the Holidays. There's no way that they give out anything else. Oh, yeah. I've talked with you about Help for Heroes and the program that is done in the summer. I know that we have worked with you in the past on collection of school supplies. Well, you guys are doing stuff all the time.
All the time.
But this is the big one.
This is the big one. Nothing can compare to Home for the Holidays, and it's our pleasure and it's our duty as a community leader to be part of the community, and being part of the community means you give back, and giving back is important.
Do you know, Patti, how this all originated? Because I'm sure Larry Alterwitz was
a baby.
The guy, right? Yeah.
He was young.
Hey, by the way, I got a chance to hug him a couple of years ago, and what a sweet man.
He's a very, very giving, very caring person. Actually, it started with his parents, Oscar and Deanne Alterwitz. And Oscar always told the kids as they grew up, you need to be a person in a community where you work and you have a business and you thrive, but you also have to be a person that gives back to people in that same community. And his dad started years ago working and always doing something in the community. And Larry had thought about that for a long time. And he said, you know what? My dad was right. Let's come up with something that we can do to give back to the community. And that's how Home for the Holidays started. And it was Larry's parents that gave him that drive to do that.
There just aren't words to describe what a big deal this is. And we mentioned at the beginning of our discussion about how other cities don't know what this is all about. There is no place like Southern Nevada Home for the Holidays. This is such a massive scale that nobody else does anything like this.
They don't, and I think people want to give back in their communities, but I don't think they can do it on the scale that we do it. You know, it's taken a lot of people and a lot of time and a lot of effort to make this happen every single year. but it's something that at the end of the deliveries and when everybody has their furniture and you get a letter from them and they say, I cannot tell you what this has meant to our family, what a difference it's made in our lives. I still have phone calls from people that we gave furniture to 5, 6, 7 years ago, and they still call at the holidays. I saw your commercial, and I want to tell you that you changed our lives, and we can't thank you enough. It's amazing.
Patti, we always ask on Talking Solutions, what can we do to help you? And I'm going to let you tell me because I think I know what it is.
Write the letters. Send in about a family that you might know or someone in the community that you've come across that needs help. Your job as our community is to make sure that we take care of those people.
So at the holiday season, where everybody is hearing, please give this, do this, give us this, we need this, all you're asking from people in the community is
write a letter, tell a story. That's it. And then we will help those families. And we hope that your family is selected. We hope that the letter you wrote will be the one out of the 35, one of the 35 that gets selected. I'll tell you, it changes your life, changes theirs.
Man, you want to give a good example to your kids about giving back. Say, this is a program, Home for the Holidays. We wrote a letter for this family that is so deserving. And look how many good things have happened for them as a result.
And it happens for them, too. Changes their kids' lives, changes their outlook on, it's not just about getting presents or it's about me, and what do I get at the holidays? It's about what did you give?
Exactly. And that is the true spirit of Christmas.
It is. It truly is.
Well, through December 3rd, I know I mentioned that date and it's so important, but just like everything else, especially during the holiday season, I know you have until December 3rd.
But don't wait.
No, don't. Because my theory is that time during the holidays goes at double time.
It does.
It's twice as quick.
I know.
And then it's over and you go, whoa.
It's Thanksgiving next week. Think about things that you're thankful for and think about families that maybe have nothing to be thankful for at this moment and write a letter and say, this is how I can help. And being thankful for what you have is what makes you think about someone who doesn't.
It makes our community stronger.
It does. Vegas strong.
Well, you have a bunch of different organizations and companies who have said, this is wonderful, Home for the Holidays. We want to help you with that. Are you constantly seeing more groups?
We do. All of our vendors contribute in some way. CERTA provides the beds for all these families. Think about it. You get a master bedroom. That's one mattress.
Right.
But if they have 5 kids and we have to give double bunks and full-size beds and all those things, it's hundreds and hundreds of mattresses that they provide. Our vendors, we buy the product. They'll say, we'll pay the freight on that one for you. We bought hundreds of beds and hundreds of dressers and hundreds of everything to supply to the family. So we have so many vendors that contribute in so many ways. The media, you guys, just putting the word out on the street. Without you, we wouldn't be able to have the letters because we need all of you as a community and the media to put the word out and help us get the letters. There is just so many you can't even imagine. The entertainers in the community have come and performed at our luncheon, which is our thank you luncheon to the people that do help us. They do it and they come and do it for nothing. Last year we had Donny Osmond. Oh my God. It was the best. He came and did a wonderful show and he was so gracious and so wonderful. And it's amazing to think that a person like Donny would come in and do an afternoon luncheon performance for us because he believed so much in our cause and what we're doing for the community.
Once again, a feel-good event. It's all feel-good stuff.
And we love every single person in this community that will help us.
It's Home for the Holidays, 24th year, and Walker Furniture, with help from a lot of other groups, is going to totally outfit 35 families' homes with everything that they need in the way of furniture. Furniture and beds. I did not know CERTA was giving them mattresses. So thank you, CERTA. Boy, next time I need one. Might be talking about a CERTA mattress just because they've been so giving.
They have been, and they've been our partner for all these years. I've been with Larry, it'll be 18 years, and for 18 years they have supplied mattresses and box springs and whatever for our families. We have so many people. It's great. The community is who we need to be the ones to write the letters so we can help the families that we want to help.
And time is short, and all they're asking is just write a story. Tell the story of a family that you know of who is in need, who is deserving of an entire house of furniture and all these other good things.
Right.
There are families out there. Sadly, we wish there weren't any families that have this need.
But they're there.
We can really all make a difference. So just write the letter. Deadline is December 3rd. Don't wait. Do it right now. Do you know of anyone from your work, your neighborhood, your church, extended family? Is there somebody who might need home for the holidays?
Write a letter.
Patti Gerace, am I forgetting anything?
I think we've covered everything. I think the only thing we need from the community is for you to write a letter and for you to think about a family that could use this. We thank you so much, all of you, for your support. We couldn't do this without all of you and all of the help that you give us throughout the holiday season.
How many thanks, Patti, does Walker Furniture end up getting in return for all that they give?
Every day we get people that come in our store and say, I shop Walker Furniture because of what you do. And we say, wow, we do it because we want to give back to the community. And they say, that's why we come here. It makes us happy to know that people in the community appreciate what Walker does every year for the families in our community. And that's why we keep giving back.
Well, Beasley Media is always more than proud to be a small part of what you do with Home for the Holidays, to get the word out and to ask people to write those letters, nominate those families, and let's change some lives.
Thank you.
Patti Gerace from Walker Furniture, we appreciate you being here for Talking Solutions.